Hey, hello everybody. It's Dawn Bourget with Dawn's Creative Chalet. It is Sunday, crafternoon. It is Sunday, October the 12th, 2025, and we are number 206. Holy cow. Welcome and happy fall to everybody. It's feeling more and more like fall here in Northwest Michigan along the Lake Michigan coastline. I even have a little extra something here today. Normally I have water, but today I wanted just a little bit of apple cider. Are you guys keen on apple cider? Normally I'll drink it when it's warm and along with a homemade hot donut, right? That's the best way to have apple cider in my eyes. But anyway, I have a little something in case I get dry here because I talk too much. Just a reminder that if you are not already part of my newsletter, I'd love to have you join. Go ahead and open up the camera on your smartphone, point it to the QR code. It will read that cute little thing right there, take you right where you need to go to sign up for my newsletter. And that's everything to do with the chalet and the shenanigans with Stampin' Up! As well. And also, if you would like to purchase any products with me, I appreciate you shopping with me. And I offer some freebies when you shop with me. So, and sometimes I have email specials. That's another reason why you want to go ahead and sign up for my newsletter as well. In fact, we just ended a fun little extra for my newsletter subscribers with a birthday special. That was a lot of fun. So thanks to all of you that helped me celebrate my birthday and place an order. You received, for those of you that placed the $50 order, you received a packet of 20 sheets of 6x6 DSP, Designer Series paper. And for those that placed a $75 order, you received not only the 20 pack of sheets of 6x6 Designer Series paper assorted pack, but you also received the bundle of the month for October, which is the Love and Courage stamp set, which is beautiful. And it helps to support those who are going with a really rough time with cancer and all the things, right? Hello to Kristen and to Evelyn. Thanks, you guys, for popping on in and spending a little bit of time with me today. Go Lions. I almost said Tigers, but Tigers have been playing too. So go Lions if you are a Lions fan. I know Evelyn is. And I know that they play tonight. So that's why you're here. And I'm glad to see you, Evelyn. See, I'm up on things. I'm being all educated on all the balls of games. That didn't sound quite right. Let's just move on. Okay. Anyway, along with here, if you found me as a happy accident, I'm glad that you're here. And welcome to the crazy over here at Dawn's Creative Chalet. Also, you'll be able to find me on YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the like or the subscribe button. Oh my gosh, there is nothing in that apple juice, cider, so to speak. No. Anyway, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell. That'll turn black. It'll give you all the notifications. Also, my blog is another very important place to go after each live. What I do is I go ahead and I upload this live to YouTube and also to my blog. Also, in those places, along with, I really am. Hey, Kathy, happy Sunday crafternoon. Along with my blog and YouTube, also here after the live, up above, if you're watching as a replay, I will post a link for a recipe card. And I wanted to show you, there it is, right there. I was like, where did it go? So there's just some helpful links for you as far as places to go, where to shop, all the things. And of course, it shows all the products that we're using on today's projects. And they're clickable links. So if you download the PDF and keep it there on your computer and you click on those links, they'll take you right to my store, which is very cool. So you can shop for the items that you want, that you are eyeing up while we craft today. So just wanted to mention that to you. And you'll find that link again also on YouTube at the very bottom in the description area and also on my blog. I mentioned a couple times there as well. And of course, my online store and Pinterest. Of course, we all love Pinterest, right? And once again, whoops. here are some happenings that are happening here at the chalet. So coming up, let's see, we just had a creative card class this last Thursday. That was a lot of fun. And we used Festive Friends, which is also what we're going to use today. But we're doing, I think, a couple of different cards from what we did during class, but I know we're doing at least one that we did during class. Anywho, also in October, we have the North Pole delivery, the Jolly Delivery Bundle for the product inclusive class. I needed an RSVP by this last Thursday. Yeah. So we're all set there. So I'm looking forward to those that are coming to that class. And also as we get into November, because then after that product class, I'm taking off to go to Florida for a week with a friend of mine. And we're going to go visit Mickey. We really are too. I know Mickey personally. Just saying. And if you know, you know. Anyway, Starbucks Sip and Stamp. The next Starbucks event for a free craft is on Friday, November the 7th from noon until 2 at the Ludington, Michigan Starbucks. It is absolutely free. You get to make a craft. So like one card, one craft, whatever it is that I have going on there. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be holiday themed. That's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to give it all away, you guys, right? Anyway, join me for that. Bring a friend or make some new friends and come on over to Starbucks on Friday, November 7th at noon until 2. I'm actually usually there 9 times out of 10 a lot earlier than noon because I fight for this one particular table. It's nuts, but it's a table that works for us. So I usually get there early and I just fiddle-faddle around with other crafts. I just bring some stuff and I'm making cards while I'm waiting for you all to arrive. Let's see here. Also into November, we have creative card class coming up once again on November the 13th. Always the second Thursday of the month, unless I'm gone. And that is a free with purchase. And then also towards the end of November, we're bumping things up because of Thanksgiving. Isn't that crazy? We're talking about Thanksgiving already. We haven't even had Halloween yet. Nuts. Anyway, for the product inclusive class for November, that is going to be the mix and match greetings for you and the Christmas tags and more. And we're going to make a sampler and some cards. So you're going to make a home decor piece along with some cards. There's a lot of product included. The cost of the class is $44. If you would like to attend, make sure to bring an 8x8 frame, like a shadow box frame. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, Sue from Heart. Hello and happy Sunday craft afternoon to you. It's good to see you. Also, RSVP and prepayment for this is by the 6th of November for that product class in November. And of course, every Sunday you're here with me and I love to hang out with you guys. This is the best time of the week by far. And again, just to let you guys know of the bundle of the month for October, which is the Love and Courage stamp set. And again, this is a $30 value. You can receive it free with a minimum of a $75 purchase at my online store. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. However, if you're spending $75, honestly, I got something to talk about. So we're going to dig it up here because it's kind of down towards the bottom of the pile. But maybe I didn't make a printout. I know I did. Anyway, let's talk about this. So there's a starter kit. Rumor has it it's really, really a good deal. I know you guys have heard about it. How could you not have by now? I've been shouting at the top of the roof, and it's this right here. Oh my goodness. Hey, Marie. Happy Sunday craft afternoon. I'm seeing a lot of my teammates here. You guys are awesome. Thanks for popping on. That's so fun. It's fun to have family here. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this because if you're going to spend $35 or more at my online store, this is what you need to do. And if you do purchase a starter kit with me, you will still get the bundle of the month in October. That I promise you. But anyway, so that's just an extra bonus, like I said, which is a $30 value. So there are two options here to purchase a starter kit. And they're amazing. That's all I got to say. And there's a lot of free in this. So first and foremost, even if you only need a couple of things, then get the $35. You'll get to pick $125 a product. You'll get free shipping, a free paper pumpkin kit, and they also throw in some business stuff like catalogs, postcards, things like that in case you would like to share it with your friends. But that's not a necessity. First and foremost, you guys are purchasing products with me, and I want you to be savvy shoppers and get the discount. Like, the discount is what's happening, right? So once you purchase the starter kit, you automatically start to get the discount that demonstrators get, which is a 20% discount on all of your stuff. So, yeah, this is like, I think in the almost 15 years, I should say, of being a demonstrator, this is by far the best kit special yet. I just, wow. And then if you'd like to get a little bit more, I'm one of those people. Just give me a little bit more, please. So you can purchase this for the $99 that the kit normally otherwise is. And you can get $189 of product. And once again, get free shipping, a free paper pumpkin, and some business tools in case you want them. If not, I'll take them. Just give them to me. And of course, you know, the best part of joining, of course, is the connection, the creativity, and the community, right? That's what it's all about when it comes down to it. And not stamping alone, because we're an awesome family of groupies. But anyway, if you have any questions on this, let me know. On a serious note, I would love to have you. And, you know, I hate to see anybody spending money on stuff when I know that I could help them save money on stuff, right? So anyway, I wanted to run that by you guys. Also, we're into a new month, so to speak, for Paper Pumpkin. We are now signing up for November if you don't already have a reoccurring subscription with me. And this is also, gosh, I can't talk today. This is also going to be holiday themed, and it's called Wrapped in Cheer. So it looks to me like it's going to be something to do with packaging of some sort. So how fun is that? I'm looking forward to get the Cozy Christmas kit. So they just closed that out on the 10th. So just sign up by the 10th of the month if you're not doing the reoccurring or the ongoing subscription way of doing Paper Pumpkin. And let's see here. Also, I wanted to show you guys this really quick. I can't remember. I'm having a little bit of, I don't know, brain block today. But I wanted to show you guys this. Now, I'm not going to show you everything in it. I know some people have been showing it already online, which is cool because, quite honestly, I did peek. I will admit, I peeked. I opened up one. Although I do kind of know what's in the rest of them. I just haven't opened them yet. But I wanted to talk to you guys about this for just a couple minutes. And this you could put into your starter kit if you wanted to, because this is $99. So you still have a little money left over no matter which choice you choose between the two starter kits. So this is the 12 Days of Christmas Advent Calendar. And it's big. And it's gorgeous, and it has the 12 days of peeking at products that all coordinate together to make some beautiful projects. And I know that some are like, ooh, that's a little steep. But, you know, when it comes down to it, I was thinking about this, and I heard someone else break it down, which is true, that with the items that are behind each door, if, let's say, they're valued, and I'm not saying that they're only a value of, but let's say even if they were only a value of $5 each, with 12 of them, you're getting quite a bargain, because you're also getting a stamp set with it, which is this right here. So this isn't included in, it wasn't part of the 12 behind the door things. It also was shipped as well. I think this is really cool. So photopolymer stamp set. I'm dying to do some stuff with this. I just need more hours in the day. But anyway, so there's this and then this for the 99. So usually stamp sets, and this is like a double stamp set, I would say minimum 25, 30 bucks just in the stamp set alone. And then you have all of these goodies, 12 more. And just to give you guys a little sampling, so I'm going to give just one away. So if you don't want to look, if you don't want the surprise broke, then close your eyes for just a couple of minutes, because I'm going to peek behind door number 1, if I can get this open. So I really don't want to rip it. It's so cute. So we have dies that will coordinate with the stamp set. So that's just one of the many things that are behind these cute little doors. So I know that they're getting low, I believe, on this calendar. So if you're wanting one or wanting to give one to a crafty friend, make sure to grab that or put it into your starter kit. Why not, right? I think it's just so pretty. I just love it. Like, I could put this on display. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys that. Let's see, what else was there? Whoops. We'll put that away later. Okay. Did you hear me just throw it on the floor? Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Also want to talk to you guys about the Traditions of Christmas craft class. Stampin' Up! Is actually putting this on. It's going to be $30. It's something where you'll be invited to an exclusive Facebook group and have a live class on the 23rd of October. It's going to be held at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern Time. But if you already have plans, or if you work, or all those things, they're also you'll be able to watch the replay. So you'll be invited into that group, and you'll be able to have access to it anytime. If you know all about the Facebook and lives Facebook is pulling Facebook Lives after 30 days. They're deleting them. So what Stampin' Up! Will do is record this and then also put it into YouTube so that we also have access to it after the fact. Now, from my understanding, I guess that there's a couple things that may not be available that they're going to be working with, which is the Traditions of Christmas Suite. However, you can still purchase the class. The products are coming back into stock, but they're just not going to come back into stock until November. But you could still go ahead and take the class, and then when you are able to get those products, go ahead and do the crafty part thereafter, or you could substitute for something else that's in your craft stash. So anyway, I just wanted to run that by you. You purchase the class. It's actually an item number, which is 170073. So you just go to my online store, punch that in. There's no tax, no shipping on it, because it's a virtual class that you're purchasing. But I think you could even put this into your starter kit. So that's pretty awesome. Also, the other things you can put in your starter kit, things that are in the annual catalog, along with the holiday mini catalog, the online exclusives, and also the last chance list. So if you're really wanting to stretch your dollars, go to the last chance list and check out those products and see if you want to add those into your starter kit as well, because you could. And some of those items are obviously marked down in price, which means you can get even more stuff. Like, hey, I'm all about the stuff, you guys. I'm here to help. Anyway, so speaking of exclusives, these are the items that came out in September. So I don't know if you guys are kind of catching on, but every other month we have new products that are being introduced. So it's exciting and sometimes a little overwhelming, but very exciting. So anyway, if you want to put, like I said, some of these the newest items into your kit, you can do that. Also, right now, as a demonstrator, one of the great perks that I love, because I cannot stand FOMO, it kills me. We have November online exclusives that we as demonstrators can pre-order right now. So if you really want the new, contact me and I'll help you put them into a starter kit as well, because you could do that as well. The new stuff. Okay. Anyway, you guys ready to get going today? Let's do some crafty stuff, shall we? I'm going to make sure I get all of this out of my way. I feel sometimes like I'm pretty wordy. In fact, I know I am. That's just me. Oh boy. Okay, so today we're going to work with Festive Friends. Let me grab the things. And last week we played with this set with one of those slide surprise cards that I called it. I'm sure that there's a different name for the fold, but it was the Dawn way of naming the fun fold. I thought that was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it and that maybe you've made at least one of those cards. Let me know if you have. In fact, you know what? I didn't even pop you guys up on my screen here so I can see everybody because I'm kind of looking over my phone. Let me see. There we go. I see. Okay. It takes me a while, but I catch on. Anyway, so let me know if you guys did try the slide surprise card. A lot of fun and actually very easy, right? It was very easy. So we are going to feature this cute little set again. This was a set that I didn't order right away, but as the story goes, I started seeing creations with it, and oh my goodness, I just think they are so cute. These little peoples. Are they peoples? Yeah, they're kind of like peoples. And it does come with a die set. Woo, that's falling and out all over here on the table. There we go. So this cute die set. This is a really cool die, this tag right here. I love that. And these are really cool and kind of retro looking, which I think is pretty cool. I'm kind of a retro gal deep down. That is a really cool die, that Christmas tree. And we're using that, I believe, on the last card that we do today. And of course, we have the 3 characters, so you can cut them out. So just a lot of fun and a different kind of a bushy tree as well in that set. So some fun stuff. And then I also used, of course, the stylish shapes. You guys, if you don't have these, make sure to get them. Once you do, I guarantee you're going to be using them all the time. Seriously. I love the little stitching that it leaves around the circles, the squares, and the dovetails. And these hold so many of the different size sentiments that we have throughout all of our catalogs and online exclusives and all those things. So anyway, that's what we're using today. Sorry, I kind of wandered away from you. And here's our first card. Let me go ahead and get the proper sentiment here. Let's see. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Here it is. I want to make sure I put that on a block because I forgot to do that before we started. And I'm going to keep the dies out so in case we need them for reference. Whoops. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's dive in. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys. Oops. I just had an itty bitty die almost fly away on the floor. If this would have fallen on the floor, the only thing that would find it at that point would be a vacuum. Mr. Dyson. Oh my goodness. So I want to make sure that we get these out of the way so I don't lose them. There we go. Okay. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys, just a fun little technique. You may know of this. That's great. That's because you're an advanced stamper. But if you're new to stamping or beginner-ish, I wanted to show you how I colored this cute little elf. Isn't he adorable? So if you know, we don't have blends, Stampin' Blends, our alcohol-based markers in Garden Green. And I really wanted him Garden Green. I tried to color him in Lemon Lime Twist, which was way too bright. Or Pearl. Yes, that's true, Evelyn. Pearl would find it too. And she'd have it stuck on her nose. Wouldn't that be cute? The other color that we do have is Old Olive, and that just seemed too yellowy. Is that a word? Yellowish. So I really wanted it to match the Garden Green cardstock that we are using on the card. So what I decided to do is I was being stubborn I don't know why I have two little elfies here. Isn't he cute? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take some ink refill of Garden Green. And instead of just a very, very little amount will do. Whoops, can you guys even, can you see that? Yeah, I guess you can. Very little bit. And then what I decided to do was to use my Wink of Stella. I always forget that I have this, and it's the coolest thing ever because I always have loved sparkly things and glitter. However, I also have a hate relationship with glitter. Glitter gets everywhere and anywhere, and it's so hard to remove, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm squeezing this. Oh no, I hope that this is not out. Let me see if I have another one, you guys. Because I know I have at least 3 to 4 of these things laying around here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead. Think he's gone. So shake it up because it will, you know, settle in there. And you can hear that little ball in there. Uh-oh. Jeez, I'm having a heck of a time. Okay, and we're going to squeeze, hopefully, a little bit out. Maybe. Or not. What the? Oh my gosh. Okay, what is going on with my Wink of Stella all of a sudden? Because I know I opened it. Sorry, I was looking for another one. Well, sugar. Okay, there we go. It must be because it's new. I have not used this. Okay, there we go. Whew, I was sweating bullets there. Anyway, so you're going to squeeze your Wink of Stella. It shouldn't have to be that hard, I promise. And then I'm going to pull just a little bit of that ink refill out and mix it with. So it's going to be a sparkly little green elf. And let's see here, we're going to color the top part of his hat. Now just keep in mind that if you were to use blends, of course, if we were to have Garden Green, but we don't, and I always wondered why. Why don't we? Is it a chemistry thing with the color? Does it act misbehave with the way they make our blends? Maybe, I don't know. But I've always wanted Garden Green as a color in our Stampin' Blends markers. But anyway, what I was going to say is you're going to notice that with your blends, of course, they're more of a smooth coloring marker, right? They don't leave lines. Even like our traditional markers that were basically retiring, if you guys do have those, if you did not know, they are retiring our water-based markers. Just because everybody has fallen in love with the blends and used them so much more. But if you ever colored with them, what I was getting at, squirrel moment, is that our markers, water-based markers, they'll leave lines, kind of like what's happening here. So I'm just going to try to blend as best as I can. But you know what? It's handmade. You can't fret over it. I mean, if you want to be a perfectionist, go for it. But there we go. I think he's so cute. Whereas the blends, Stampin' Blends, they don't leave that line when you color. They're more of a smooth, I don't know how to even put it. Just more of an even coloring, whatever. You guys know what I mean. Spit it out, Dawn. Anyway. So there we go. Isn't he cute? Now, before I do anything else, I am going to go ahead and clean that up before I get my ruffle into it, because that could be a total mess. So he's just going to take a couple minutes to dry. So in the process, we're going to color him. Now, I know on this elf here, now these are a little older, especially this one. Look at the label on that one. I've had this since they first came out. These are all the skin tones. This one, you'll see the number on that. It actually just says ivory. This one has a number on it, which I think is 900. So I think, because this one acts like it's drying up a little bit, we're going to use a different color and see how it works out for the skin tone for ivory. We'll see. Anyway, where was I going? I had a squirrel moment, and I forgot what I was talking to you guys about. Anywho. So that's why I chose to color this with the reinkers, or the ink refills, whatever you want to call them. And I wanted to play with the Wink Stella. And with the Wink Stella, by the way, you'll be like, well, now you got ink all over it. It's not any good. All you need to do is, again, just wipe it with a towel, and it will be good to go. Just like our blending markers. Is that what they call them? You guys know what I'm talking about. Our clear marker that helps to blend like my lordy, it's gonna be a long live if I can't get out my words. Yeah, you know, like colored pencils to blend, that type of thing. Okay, this is the light crumb cake. There we go. Cute, cute. And then I'm going to use, I think, the dark crumb cake for his hair. Ooh, that's really dark. Ish. Okay, there we go. And now we can go ahead and assemble our card. So let's bring in our pieces. And I'm looking for my little cheat sheet, but we'll wing it. I don't know where I put it. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. 8.5 by 5.5, scored a 4 1/4. This is garden green. Lordy B. The liner inside piece is 4 by 5 1/4. It is basic white. Oh my gosh. Dawn. Okay, there we go. And then I have a piece of crumb cake. This is cut at, I believe, 4 or 5 1/4 by 4. Let me double check though. I just want to make sure, because actually, no, I lied. Sorry. It is 5 by 3 3/4. That's right, because there's a little bit larger of a border on that. Lordy have a mercy. I'm going to go ahead and just center it-ish on the card front. Okay. And then I cut this to, I believe, 3 by 3, or maybe, yep, 3 by 3 square. This is the Christmas Tags and More 6 by 6 designer series paper. I love this stuff. I do. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little circle of glue underneath, so that's going to peek through. Now, I really like, this is my very, very favorite. If you guys know me, know I would definitely choose that instead. But I feel like I've been using this like crazy, this side, this plaid. Like I said, I love it. But I also think it might be just a little too busy. So I wanted it a little more mellow. So we're going to use our liquid glue. By the way, how I got the circle, that would be a great thing to explain. So this piece is basic white, and it is cut at 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And then I took a stylish shape circle, those awesome dies, and I ran it through the machine, and towards the right hand side of it, I cut the circle out. So then I saved it, because then I can use that later. But anyway, that's how I got the circle here. Sometimes I do these things in advance and I forget to explain how I got there. Oh boy. Okay, so we have our glue. And I like to use liquid glue so that it gives me a minute to position it in case I need a little extra wiggle room. Oh my gosh, seriously? What is a wiggle worm? And to put it down onto my card. Anyway, yes. Dawn, holy smokes. You guys never know what you're going to get when you're sitting here watching me. When I say shenanigans, I totally mean it. Good grief. Okay, so dimensionals on this white piece, and I should have actually stamped it before I put the dimensionals on, but you know what? It's okay. We're just going to wing it. At this point, getting through the cards is going to be best, right? All right, we're going to go ahead and use Garden Green. And take my sentiment here. Make sure it's on straight. Okay, that looks kind of right-ish. And we're going to hope for the best. Hey, it came out pretty good. Good job, Dawn. All right. Now we can assemble the rest of the card. I'm going to put him on. I think he's had enough time to dry. And look at, he's a little bit sparkly. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to go ahead and attach him with a couple of dimensionals. And then I have these cute little pieces that were cut out with the dies in Garden Green. Like I said, I think they're so cool because they look retro. I'm going to take an itty bitty bit of glue, like a smidge, even less than a smidge. I'm going to put that in place. And then, there we go. Just like so. And then this really itty bitty piece. I should be using my take your pick tool, but I think that the side of the tool that has the little gummy stuff, I call it poster putty. It reminds me of the stuff I used when I was in college to hang things on the wall. It's, I think, to its last bit, and I need to refill it. But it would be easier to pick them up that way for sure. Okay, one last thing. We have these cute little peppermints that returned after last year. Remember when these were like gone? They'd sell out within minutes. Not so much now. I think everybody's got their fill of them now, but still, they are very cute. Oh, let's see. We'll put one here and one here. And I think we'll put one up here, just like the sample. And there we go. That is card number 1. I have 4 cards for you guys today. Let's see how well we do. And I did already color the elf this time, so you don't have to watch me do it twice. But like I said, I think that that's just kind of fun, just playing with your stuff, right? See how it comes out. Because you just never know. It might be one of those happy accidents. Alrighty, so this is a piece of crumb cake. I've cut it at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. The inside piece, basic white, is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And we're gonna go ahead and put this into place so it's out of our way. And then we have a piece, I just wanted to make it a little more sturdy to play with here because I wanted to put the ribbon behind. And sometimes designer series paper just, it's not like our cardstock, right? So this made it a little bit more, I don't know, stable? I don't know what the right word is, but easier to, excuse me, work with the ribbon than what I wanted to do. So this is a piece of basic white, once again, 5 1/4 by 4, and the designer series paper, you see the back side there, that might look familiar. That's that Christmas Tags and More 6 by 6, and I hate to have to put glue on this side. It kills me, but I'm going to because I really wanted this side. This side was way too busy for what I wanted, obviously. So this is also cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to go ahead and just put it on top of the white piece. And then we have this, actually I didn't use ribbon on that, that's right. That's right. Okay. I was going to, and then I didn't. Okay. Erase that thought that I had a couple minutes ago. I lied. Okay, this is another piece of designer series paper. It's the other part of the other, yeah, you guys will get it, right? Yeah. It actually lines up on one side of that same piece. Anyway, this is cut at 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the bottom. So it's flush to the bottom of this piece. And then I have a piece of 5 1/4 by 1 real red cardstock. And I'm going to put it right across there. I was going to put ribbon there and I decided not to. And I think I know why. Because I had run out of this ribbon and I just restocked my shiny real red ribbon. So anyway, we'll stick with what we had going here. But it would be cute to put the ribbon in behind it. That's what the method to my madness was at the time. Now this piece, I believe I cut so I could put it inside the card. So we're going to do that. Oops, and I actually didn't trim it down. So we're just going to wing it and chop it. About like there. Ooh, that was pretty good. Did you guys see that? I impressed myself. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put this onto the card front with dimensionals. So what did you guys do this weekend? Let me know. Let me know. And another question. I'm going to keep you guys busy. I want you to make sure you reply, okay? So type back to me. Because otherwise I feel like I'm talking to myself. And I mean, I do that a lot. I'm used to that. But also, since I have my apple cider here, what is your favorite apple? Mine is Honeycrisp. I like them. They're sweet. They're delish. But let me know, what is your favorite type of apple? Okay, so we've already colored these two little guys. So I used real red and again the ivory and also smoky slate on this one, the light color of the smoky slate. And again, I colored him with the Garden Green ink refill with the Wink of Stella. Also real red. And again, the ivory, and I believe the dark of the crumb cake, along with his little mittens and his boots. So we're going to go ahead and attach these with dimensionals as well. Gala apples. Ooh, yum, 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 yum. I love this time of the year, because apples are what is in season in Michigan. All right, there we go. And I'm going to use the same stamp again with the Garden Green ink. We wish you a Merry Christmas. I cut this out with the basic white paper and the stylish shapes. And I have a bow that obviously fell off. Let's see, where's my glue dots? Let's find this and fix it. And then I need to make another bow here. Okay. There we go, maybe. Come on, stick to the bow. There we go. That's where the original bow was supposed to go. And I need my bow maker, because for some reason I thought I already made a bow, and I did not. So before we ink that, let's go ahead and make a bow. Actually, I think I want to make a bigger bow, because we got a lot of space to fill there. Do you guys have one of these? It's the only way I know how to make a bow anymore. I used to do the bunny ears, and I used to be teased for it. Oh, that's very elementary. But it worked. But anyway, this works even better. Okay, there we go. And again, where did my, oh lordy, I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached today, I swear. Let's see, we're gonna put several glue dots on this because the other one kept falling off the other card. So I obviously need more stick than what I had. We're gonna stick them to my hand for now, and we're gonna go ahead and ink up the sentiment. That's not too bad. It's a little crooked, but it'll pass. All right, clean that off. And we're gonna go ahead and put this on with dimensionals. Oh, oops. And then put the bow on there. Also, we need some of these cute little peppermints again. Nobody else is answering on their favorite apple. What is yours? Favorite apple? And we'll put one there. And there we go. There is card number 2. What do you guys think of that one? Isn't he cute? Actually, both of them. They're just adorbs. Make me so happy. Okay, let's go on. Card number 3. I was like, where did I put the first card? Anyway, here's card number 3. I've done all the coloring and all that good stuff already, all the die cuts. But I do want to show you how I did this right here. Max, those are your faves. Good old Macintosh apples. Couple of measurements here for you guys. Gala, says Marie. Yum, yum. So this is real red. Cardstock, cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We also have our liner inside the card, which is basic white, cut at 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and put this, you guys know the routine, inside the card so we get it right out of our way. And then we're going to add some layers here. This one's going to have a few layers. So first of all, this is a piece of basic white. It's cut at 4 by 5 1/4. This is Pool Party, and I don't know if you guys can see. In fact, after I did this, I was like, you know what? This embossing folder has retired. Oops. I even forgot the name of it, but I loved it, and it's got the falling snow. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but anywho, this is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. So we're going to go ahead and attach this to the white piece. You guys might have this embossing folder yet. I loved it. Obviously, it's still in my stash. And then what I'm going to do is take that beautiful, shiny, real red ribbon, and I'm going to go ahead and eyeball it right about the middle-ish. And then we're going to stick it to the back of the card. Because I'm one of those people that if I wrap it and just try to tie it, it does not look very good. I would rather do it this way, so this is nice and flat fitting to the card. And we're going to go ahead and put this onto the card front. And I think I will use dimensionals. I don't think I did on this one. No, I don't. Well, yeah, I guess I did. Which doesn't surprise me. You guys know I love dimensionals. I can't tell you. Every time I place an order, I place an order for at least 4 packages of these. Like I go through them like crazy. Hello, Sue. Happy Sunday crafternoon. It's good to see you. Okay, so we're going to stick this to the card front, and then we're going to play with the die cut pieces. So I'm going to set this aside for just a minute. Hopefully I won't forget where I just put it. And I wanted to show you guys how I did this. Super, super easy, but just kind of cute. Something, you know, different. So I cut 2 stylish shaped circles the same size, one in basic white, one in Pool Party. Then what I'm going to do is take the image, this right here from the stamp set, and using Pool Party ink, let's see here. Let me get my stamp on a block. Okay, Pool Party ink, where are you here? There we go. Oops, that's Balmy Blue. I can't tell you how many times I do that. I'm always grabbing Balmy Blue when it should be Pool Party and the opposite way around. Anyway, I'm going to take a scrap piece of paper just so I don't get Pool Party on my clothes. I love Pool Party, but I don't want to wear it. And I'm just going to randomly stamp this little guy. So Pool Party on Pool Party. I don't need to cover the whole thing because most of it's going to be covered, or at least half of it will be covered anyway. I'm going to clean this off before I get my elbow into it. All right. So then what I did is I went ahead and I just ripped my circle and stick it on like so. And there you have it. That easy. I'll grab my glue here. Whoops. Oh my goodness. I can't even grab it. Okay. There we go. And match it up with the other part of the circle. And there we go. I think we'll use this one. This one, I think I did it just a little too high. So we'll use this one. And then I attached Mr. Santa to the circle with dimensionals. How many of you guys have this set? Or if you don't, think you may need it now. They're so cute. Aw, thanks, Sue, and no problem. You can always watch the replay later if you like. Okay, there we go. And then this is a die from the bundle as well. And we're going to use the other sentiment, which is Santa Claus, or Santa's coming to town. So I'll put this one back. I don't think we'll need that anymore. Watch, just because I put it back, we will. Isn't that the way, right? Okay, there we go. These stamps are playing tricks on me because when they trimmed these, they trimmed it, I don't know, close here, but not on this side. So I'm really having to be careful that I know where to stamp. Like this is where photopolymer comes in handy, right? And all of our stamps are converting to photopolymer, which, I don't know, I'm going to kind of miss the red rubber, but I do know I do have an easier time matching things up with the photopolymers. Okie dokie. So make sure I have it right side up, although it doesn't really matter, right? I can always turn it the other way. That's the blonde in me coming out, you guys. Don't mind me. And I'm going to go ahead and try to center this in between. Well, kind of, sort of. The S got cut off just slightly, but hey, it is what it is. And we're going to go ahead and assemble our card. Oops. Okay, so we're going to bring back Santa. We're going to attach him with dimensionals. And place them right about the middle. Isn't that cute? Adorable. And then we're going to go ahead and attach the bow with our mini glue dots. These glue dots mess with my head. I have some older glue dots, and I don't, oh, look at that, sticking to my nails. Good grief. Some older glue dots, and either they're this direction or the opposite. So whenever I unroll a new package of these things, I don't know if they're going to be on this side or this side of the roll. Okay, so we're almost there. Now we need to go ahead and attach our sentiment and then use some of those cute little peppermints. Make it extra Christmassy. Right about there. And bring back the peppermints. And we'll put one up here and a couple towards the bottom. Let's see, right about here, and an itty bitty, maybe, and put him right there. Okay, and that's card number 3. Now we're cruising. Now I'm warmed up, right? Anyway, that's so cute. So much fun. And then our last one, and don't go away because I even have a few more to show you from swap cards that I've received that have used this set to help inspire you guys a little bit more. Okay, so this is that die, the tag die in the die set that goes along with. Try labels. I know, but I really wanted to use the dies from the die set. You know what I mean? It's actually meant for it. It's just I have crooked eyeballs. That's all. So this is the big die right here. And the tree that I was talking about, this one is this right here. Love it. I cut out a couple of them in Garden Green. This is Pool Party. I've already colored our little snowman. I used pumpkin pie for his nose and Pool Party and Real Red blends for his hat and his scarf. And then I've cut out one of those little bushy trees in Old Olive just to give a little extra dimension. In fact, I cut out 2. And then I did use the stylish shape for our sentiment, just like Evelyn suggested. It's almost like I hurt you or something. But I also cut out this one because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. But I don't think we'll use this one. We'll use this one. And also, I use the Forever Plaid embossing folder on the Real Red that we're going to layer. Okay, let's go ahead and assemble our card. So first of all, we're using basic white thick cardstock, so there's going to be no liner that needs to be put in there unless you want to still put one in there. You could. This is cut at 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. I love our thick white cardstock. I love the weight of it. I think it's like 100-pound weight. Feels so good. I'm such a paper nerd. This is Real Red cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to go ahead and I think we'll use dimensionals on this as well. Just stick it to the card. Peel these off. Now, if you guys were part of Virtual Album Retreat, and if you are like Karen Petterman, I think is her last name, she would cover this completely in dimensionals. Like seriously, she is obsessed. You think I'm bad. Like she needs everything covered in dimensionals. She's so funny. Okay, we're going to bring this back, this cute little stamp and our Pool Party ink, and we are going to stamp this cute tag with the snowflakes and just randomly scatter them. Pretty. Okay. Isn't that cute? And then we're going to assemble the pretties on our tag. So first of all, let's bring all these little bits back. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back side of him so I don't forget to do that. We're going to end up sticking him on that way. We're going to leave this set aside for a different project. Oh, I need to stamp that yet too. Let's see. I'm going to take our trees and put one there. Whoops. And then we're going to put this one to the right. Like so. Whoops. There we go. And then our bushier trees. Aren't those cool? The way they cut out and they leave that little, I don't know, the indentations or the markings of a tree. Give them a little more dimension that way. Kind of fun. And we're going to put one of those there. Whoops. Wants to stick to me. And then one a little bit further down. How cute. And oh, I know why. Oh my gosh, Dawn. Dawn. Okay. I know why I cut this out. Look. Okay, that's for the sentiments, but also, ta-da! Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Oh, goodness sakes. Okay, so I put a little bit of glue. We're going to line up because they perfectly line up. So there's a hole. So you could use this as a tag on gifts. And then this guy, I didn't put enough glue on him. My goodness. The struggle is real, right? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim that. Isn't that cute? All right. And I'm going to put this on, I think, flat to the card with some multi-purpose liquid glue. We're going to offset it just a little bit towards the left. Well, maybe just a little bit more, because I want to make sure that we have enough room, oh yeah, for our sentiment. And then we're going to put our little snowman in place. We're going to offset him just a little bit. How cute. And then real red ink. And I need We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Is that what I used? Nope. I need to change it up. See, I should have known better. Okay. So we're going to grab... Okay. Good grief. This is why Dawn's not good at puzzles. Oh, dear. Okay. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay, maybe. Let's see if we can get this straight. Oh, hold your breath, guys. That's not too bad. Wow. It's a good day. All right. So I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. Whoops. And put them over towards the left-hand side, like that. And the other thing we're going to do, instead of using the real red shiny ribbon, on this card I use the real red and white baker's twine, which is still available. And we're going to make a double bow, because on this one there is a double bow. So I'll show you guys how I do that. Like I said, I love my handy dandy bow maker. It's my like little cheat sheet. So I wrapped it around twice. Around. Make what I call a number 4. even though it doesn't really look like a number 4. And then slide that through and tighten and snip the tails. And you're good to go. All right. Bring in some mini glue dots. Let's see. There he is. And there. I think grabbing it like, oh, did I still mess it up? I think I did. Let's do another one. I knew it. I just knew it. I should have tried to do these in advance, huh? Okay. Whoops. Wrap it twice. Over. Create a number 4-ish. Put the tail through the hole and tighten. Snip the tails. All right. There we go. Why, thank you. Alrighty, I'm gonna grab my glue dots. Oh my goodness, I got this guy sticking to me. I'm just a hot mess today, aren't I, you guys? You know, it's so funny. Some weeks I can get on here and I actually know what I'm doing. And then there's other weeks that it's like, wow, what's in her Kool-Aid? Okay, there we go. There we are. All right, that's much better. And again, I'm going to bring in the peppermints. We're going to add a few more on here than normal because I just think it really made it look extra Christmassy. And put one down here. And we'll put a larger one down here too. I think on this one I also used, I can't remember the name of them. I think they're deer dots on here as well. But instead I grabbed these, which are also new this season. And they are the traditional sparkling sequins that have sticky on the back, which I like because they're a lot easier to use. So I thought we'd also add a little bit of sparkle. If you say sparkle around Pearl, she will go crazy. She loves reflections from like, the heck is, oh, I got a goober on there. Like, why isn't it picking these up? She loves reflections on the wall. She goes nuts, you guys. It's so funny. Crazy dog. I don't know. Maybe it's the owner that makes her crazy. That could be too. Okay, there we go. Well, I don't know if I really like that there. We'll put them here. There we go. Okay, extra sparkle just because we can. All right, and that is card number 4. Now, let's show you guys some other things that were made with this set that came to me from Swaps. Sue says, my husband made me one of those bow makers, and I love it. I know, isn't it like the best thing ever? I love it too. It makes my life simple. So I just want to show you guys some other ones here. I thought this was really cute. And again, my favorite piece of paper in that pack of Christmas Tags and More 6x6 DSP is this beautiful plaid. And actually here I thought it might look too busy, but I love this card. It just makes me really happy. And then there's this card here. So cute. Again, using those dies. She also used the snowflake. And then there's this one here. And this one is also very cute. I like the colors in this one. And here's another one using the die with the tag. And look at that. Actually, she folded it directly in half to make it even more of a, I don't know, what do you want to call it? A tag on a tag. The thing that grasps the tag. In fact, this would be really cute, making a smaller version of the card that we made last week, right? or we could use this on the inside. Would be really cute too for the slider mechanism part. And then there's this card here. How adorable is that? Very Christmas-like. And another one. Also use this cute twine and the tag. And this is the North Pole Jolly something or another designer series paper in the background there. And then this one, I thought this was really cool. So this, I forgot the name of this embossing folder. But what she did on this one is used our two-tone cardstock and then sanded it just a little bit. So it almost looks like little fluffy snowballs, kind of. I love that. It just gave a little extra texture, made those really pop on that card. So let's bring back the 4 that we did today. And then I'm laughing now because I just seen a bow that's in my basket where I throw everything in for a live. So I know I have everything that I need. And I just found a bow that I thought I had tied, but yet I couldn't find it. It's in the bottom of the basket. Go figure. Okay, so once again, there's this one. And this one here. And then this one here. And our little elf. I don't know, what do you guys think? Which one's your favorite? They're just so cute. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's shenanigans because I feel like that's all it was today, was a bunch of shenanigans. If I knew how to put bloopers together, today would be a good one to pick apart for sure. But anyway, I appreciate you guys being here, and hopefully I'm giving you a few laughs along the way, along with some inspiration. This again is called Festive Friends. And it is a bundle. If you choose to purchase the dies with it, you'll get that 10% discount. And again, if you want, you could add this to a starter kit. And there are those 2 choices, the $35 or the $99. So if you know of anybody who's crafty, you guys, make sure to tell them about it. Tell them about the kit. I can help you out to get them all signed up and all that good stuff. But it's such a good deal. It really, really is. But anyway, I hope that you guys have a really good week. And thanks again. And I think next week we're going to use this designer series paper some more. The Christmas Take Some More 6x6. And I believe I have lined up using the traditional labels bundle. That's going to go along with it because I've been designing a little bit more. So I hope to see you guys again next week for some more Christmas inspiration. Have a good one, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.